Well, good morning, everyone. How are ya? Once again, welcome to another live this morning. Hope you're having a great start to your day. And we are happy to say hello to a few folks this morning. And Brahim, you're number one. Mike, you're number two. Good morning to you. I better get a little closer so I can see. And we appreciate you guys coming on with us this morning. Andrea, Niagara Falls, and Mary from Norwich. Hold on here. I just bring this a little closer to me. Ron, how is you? Thea, and Bruno, North Bay. Good morning. Francis Marie, how are you? Nick from our staff. Good morning. Fran, Orangeville. And Kevin, Oshawa, good morning. And Annette, how are you? And Sonia, good morning to you. Wendy, Markham, and Barbara. Day 3 of the reset. And Georgie, Halifax, Nova Scotia. Barbara, Nova Scotia. Keith, our friend from Bell River. Nellie, good morning to you. And Annette, she loved our email this morning. Yeah, thank you. Deneen, how are you? Cecilia, bon matin. Yvonne, how are you? And Gloria from New York. And Francis from Vaughan. And Melika, good morning. Maria from Ottawa. Veronica, good morning. And Marilyn from Edmonton, Alberta. And Sue from Florida. Linda, good morning. Joy and Catherine, good morning from Newfoundland. Jacques, bonjour de Hearst, Ontario. Fran, good morning. Barbara, South River. Margie from Kansas. And I couldn't see that name. Etta. It gets up into my cloud, guys, and I miss it. Donna, Sherry, oh, I want to sing so bad. Rose, good morning from the kidneys of Canada. And Cadelia, Cheryl. I don't mean to miss you guys. Honestly, I really don't. Olive, Oregon, how are you? Darlene. And Yolande. Good morning to you. Kathy, Wolf Island, Ontario. Gina, how are you? There's Doc McEwen. How are you? From West Tennessee. Joyce from Kansas. Guylaine from Hearst. Hey, Hearst as well. Liette from Sturgeon Falls. Mary, Lori, Niagara Falls, well represented. And Brahim says, I'm from Oregon too. Yeah, we know. Shirley and Barbara, good morning. And Linda, St. Jude, Quebec. And one more, Donna from Bell Valley. Okay, Dave, I have to say hello. Guys, we are going to talk this morning some very basics. I call this week sort of the reset week. Okay? And we're going to talk about this and why it's important, why it's good for you, why. Okay? Because the biggest problem in the world today in terms of our health is not bacteria. It's not a virus. It's not, people are worried it's the flu season. People have been sick through Christmas and all that. Yep. I don't minimize any of that. But the biggest problem in our health is metabolic syndrome, insulin resistance. It's a food problem, okay? It's mainly a food problem, although I'll bring in a little bit of other reasons that we get into insulin resistance, but the way to fix it is the reset. Okay? The way to fix it is the reset. So, now, let's talk about insulin resistance and the causes. Number one, food, carbs, crappy carbohydrates. Okay? And in our society today, people drink the wrong things. Okay? Guys, I have been screaming for 40 years. More than that. Yeah, let's say 40 years. I have been screaming about what we drink. Today, we have a lot of choices, right, of what we drink. And it's unfortunate because we pick up bad habits. I had patients come into my office and one of the things I would try to convince them of, one of them was, number one, you need to start drinking water, vitamin W. And people, there's so many other choices that they would quench their thirst with everything but water. I saw that tens of thousands of times in my office. And their blood would be as thick as molasses. And I'd say, man, you better fix that. And you need to get into a habit of drinking water. And I would challenge today, as I challenged back in my practice days, for people to develop a habit to drink water. Okay? And there's a specific amount of water that people should drink. Okay? 2 liters. 2 liters, 64 ounces for my American friends. 80% of the population and probably higher are dehydrated and they don't know it. There's no little red light going off on the top of their head. But they don't drink water. They drink everything else but. Oh, Dr. Martin, I don't like water. Too bad. So sad. Me. I tell them, no, you see your heart? You see that blood? You got blood like molasses. You're going to have a heart attack. And like today, even with high blood pressure and all this and that, we're going to talk about food in a minute, but it's what we're drinking is a big problem. Look at young people today. They go to the candy store. What? Well, they go to the candy store. They go to Starbucks. They go to Tim Hortons. When I see young people I said, man, they're drinking coffee. Isn't this smart? But I had grandchildren that worked at Starbucks, worked at Tim Hortons. I said, Grandpa, if you knew how much sugar we put in those drinks, you would pass out. They know me. They go to the candy store. And then I go to the mall and I watch people going to those juice places. And they order these juice smoothies. You know what the number one drink in the United States is? Orange juice. Still. Terrible stuff. Never, ever, ever drink fruit. Don't drink fruit. Now, you can put a few berries in the Dr. Martin's Perfect Smoothie. I'll give you that. But fructose, on your way to the liver. Why do you think soda? You see, Pepsi, Coca-Cola. I don't mind naming them. They did it. They changed their sugar in the 1980s. They went from glucose to fructose, high fructose corn syrup. It sounds healthy. It's the antichrist of sugars. It's one of the reasons, the primary reason that we see so many people in that 93% of the population that have metabolic syndrome. It all starts in the liver, and they drink fructose. It's on its way to the liver in a nanosecond, destroying livers. So I'm really big on changing. This is one of the things of the reset. People are always asking me, Dr. Martin, can I drink this or can I drink that? I want you to develop a habit. 21 days to develop a habit. I used to tell my patients, look, go home, start drinking water. I'm going to see you next month. I'm going to measure your blood. Better not be molasses anymore. Trust me, 3 weeks of drinking water, now your thirst mechanism will kick in big time. You'll understand, I promise, the importance of H2O. You're not drinking anything else isn't water. So on the reset, 2 things. Drink water and drink coffee. Now you guys think, you guys don't, but most people think I'm joking when I tell you I want you to drink coffee. You think it's just because I like it? Well, yes, I do. Okay? Guys, let me come back to water just for a sec. Do you know that I used to hate drinking water when I was a kid? Hate. I shouldn't use the word hate. But I would drink anything else except my sports drink. When I was sweating, I'd drink out of a hose. I would die in a thirst, right? Playing sports and playing, baseball in the summer and hockey in the winter and whatever. Yeah, you drink water but then you drink everything but. That's the problem with people today. They make the wrong choices, and this has a big effect on metabolic syndrome. They don't drink enough water, and they drink juices. They drink soda to quench their thirst when they should be drinking water with a pinch of salt. Salty water. Not to the point you can't stand it. Just because salt's good for you. Now, the other one, like I said, is coffee. I want you on the reset to drink coffee. Now, if you don't like coffee, I feel sorry for you, but I will allow you to have tea. But it's not coffee. Tea does not have 1,000 phytonutrients. It just doesn't. Coffee does. Okay? So just understand that. People say, well, Dr. Martin, yeah, but coffee, listen to what I'm going to say, Linda and Larry's out there. Coffee acts like metformin. I've told you that 1,000,000 times. I'll tell you for another 1,000,000 times if the Lord allows me to live so that I can tell you that. Coffee acts like metformin to help control your blood sugar. I told you that 30 years ago on the radio. And the more and more studies they do with coffee, the more they realize it helps with insulin resistance. Now don't murder your coffee. Don't pollute your coffee with milk, oat milk, soy milk, garbage. Don't do that. Preferably you drink it black. And I used to tell people the same thing with habits, 21 days. Dr. Martin, if I don't have some sugar in my coffee, I can't drink it. Well, don't drink it then. You're just ruining it. Coffee's no good for you when you put sugar in it. Okay? You're destroying the benefits of it. You can have some cream, not milk, cream. Somebody asked me the other day, I've got whole milk. Okay, you can have a little bit in your coffee. Okay? But I want full fat cream in your coffee. If you want to, but it's better black. But these are important things when it comes to insulin resistance. Remember, the reset was created not for weight loss, even though it's the best weight loss program around, bar none. It's the best. It's the healthiest. But water hydrates, detoxes. You know, people ask me, Doc, I want to do a detox. Well, do the reset. You'll empty your liver. Your liver is the greatest organ that detoxes. The best thing you can do for your liver is stop fructose of any kind, especially drinking fructose. The best detox in the world is emptying your liver, 1, and water, 2. Water flushes. That's why I always tell the people that live in Niagara Falls, think of your kidneys as Niagara Falls. You're flushing. Kidneys, liver. The 2 main detoxes in your body, the detox organs. Lungs too, but not as much. Liver, kidneys. What do I do for liver? Empty it. Reset. 6 days on the road. 6 days you'll empty your liver. Cut out the sugars. Cut out the fructose. Okay? You want to eat a fruit, not during the reset. You can eat it after. Okay? Got it? Because that's really important. Really important, guys. Because when it comes to insulin resistance, you must drink water. You must drink coffee. You know, most people give me high fives because they think, Doc, you're not even joking about coffee, are you? I love coffee. Yeah, well, you can drink it. Aren't you happy? Okay? Don't worry. Be happy and drink coffee. I mean it. It's the multivitamin I want you to take on the reset. Make sure you do. And like I said, for my teetotalers, okay, I give you tea. I don't like it, but I give it to you. Okay? I know there's a few of you out there. Okay? So detox. Cut out fructose. Don't drink fructose. That's why sodas are terrible for you. And diet soda. Don't have a diet soda either. Okay? When you're on the reset. Detox with water and coffee. Help your insulin. Okay? Help your insulin. That'll make a big difference for you. Okay? And one thing that happens, this is important that this happens on the reset. We're changing fuels. We talked about that. You'll be burning fat. Your body is changing fuels. It's going from carbohydrates, things that are too fast. They break down too rapidly. It's all the way food breaks down. You know me in illustrations, I'm going to use another one. A wood stove. Okay? A wood stove. You want to heat your house the old-fashioned way with a wood stove. Paper and twigs or logs? Paper and twigs, no, probably not a good idea. Not going to last very long. Yeah, I know. That's carbs. That's what carbs do. They break down very quickly and they don't last long. Logs on the fire is protein. You see, guys, when you, and you know, like every day, on our private Facebook group or elsewhere, I'm always reading about macros. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, there's 3 macros. There's protein, there's fat, and there's carbs. Okay? I'm always reading about it. And most people, and I mean this, 99% of the world has this thing all upside down. Because what they do, their foundation is the plant kingdom. And if they build a pyramid, the plants are their foundation, and then they have, if they allow themselves even, some meat, very little eggs and cheese and that. Those things are they're minimized. Well, they have that upside down. Because when you eat like that, and that's, like I said, 99% of the population that puts cereal and fibers, the plant kingdom, even nuts and seeds, the plant kingdom, they put that there first because they believe that's better for them, and they limit their meat and limit their eggs and limit their cheese and limit their butter and limit their dairy. They got it upside down because what they have at the bottom burns rapidly. It's the wood stove, and you're trying to run your body on paper and twigs. The wood stove. They're using the wrong fuel. You see, God gave you protein and fat combined. Okay? It's combined. Protein and fat combined is the best food in the world. Eggs, protein, fat. You see carbs in eggs? Nope. Protein, fat. Got it? Cheese, protein, fat, combined. Meat, protein, fat. Oh, Dr. Martin, I eat the fat-free. I eat the fat-free meat. I get I get hamburger, no fat in it. Lean. You're making a mistake. Because in nature, it was designed to put protein and fat together. And I know there's some nuts and seeds that do it too. You're not a squirrel. You're not a chipmunk. That protein and that fat isn't the same fat that you get in dairy fat, that you get in egg fat, that you get in meat fat. Okay? Only the EPA and DHA are found in the animal kingdom. Why do you think I'm like that so much? Why do you think I go against the grain so much? Because the vegetarian, vegan, it's propaganda. It's not true. And I know there's all the gurus and all this and all that. I get it. I understand it. I know where it's coming from. I've been around a long time. I watched them do it. It all started with the cholesterol hoax. Cholesterol, bad. Fat, bad. Fat makes you fat. Dr. Martin, fatty liver. Yeah, but it comes from carbs, sugars that break down too rapidly. It's how food is broken down that counts. And that what counts for your insulin. Remember, metabolic syndrome is 93% of the population have it. Houston, we got a problem. And the whole world is blind to it. They can't see it. They don't want to see it. If you understand that, and you guys do, because you follow here, we talk about it all the time. God bless big pharmaceuticals. Okay, I mean it. When they do the right thing, okay? I mean, sometimes you just need life-saving medication, like an antibiotic. Okay? Emergency care. You're into sepsis. You need an antibiotic to save your life. Hey, go for it. 100%. You got a raging infection. You need an antibiotic. Don't call me. Well, you can call me. I'll tell you, here's what you do to minimize the side effect of that. Okay? Here's what you do to minimize the side effects. But you got a raging infection, you need an antibiotic. But guys, listen, big pharma, you know, and I don't even say sinister. I don't use the word. They might even, there's good people in that industry, but they're wrong. They focus in on management. Metabolic syndrome should not be managed. It should be fixed. A diabetic, they tell them, we wrote about this in our newsletter this morning. The diabetic, it's all about let's manage it. Eat in moderation. You need carbohydrates. Imagine telling a diabetic to eat the very thing that caused the diabetes. I'm the guy who started. I did it on my radio show probably 30 years ago. I started this statement. You have an allergy, ma'am, sir. I did it on the radio, but I did it with my patients all the time. You're a diabetic. Yeah. Well, you have an allergy. What? Yeah, you and carbs don't get along. You have an allergy to it. Stop eating them. They're not good for you. You're diabetic. Sugar and any carb. Bread, sugar. Rice, sugar. Cereals, sugar. In 5 seconds. Oh, Dr. Martin, it's whole wheat. Here's what I heard in my office all the time. It's all bran. Dr. Martin, it's all bran. How am I going to go to the bathroom without all bran? I said, you'll get over it. You're a diabetic. Stop eating all bran. No, but seriously. Insulin resistance, high circulating insulin is the numero uno problem in the world today. And the way to fix it is in the kitchen. It's at the table. It's the choices you make every day. Stop eating carbs. Or at least limit them big time. Because that's what the cause is. Okay? Now. Okay? Remember now. You need What's going to happen on the reset is your protein levels are going to go higher than they've been. Let me just say it, because a lot of people, as soon as they talk protein, no, you wouldn't believe how often I heard this. Protein up, kidneys. Kidneys really bad for a kidney. No, the opposite. There's nothing better for your kidneys than protein and fat. Nothing better. People, listen, Linda, Larry, people have trouble with their kidneys. Why? Why do we see so much dialysis today? Why do we see so much kidney problems today? Why do we see so much high blood pressure problems today? It's the wrong fuel. Sugar destroys your kidneys, not protein and fat. Google it, and you'll still see it on Google. Dr. Google will tell you with kidney problems, you ought to limit red meat. Limit protein. That's crazy. You know how it came about? You know how it came about? With urine tests. Hey guys, like I said, I've been around a long time. You do a urine strip, okay? A chem strip. You check the urine and you got protein in your urine. It must be because you're eating too much protein. No, you actually get too much protein in the urine. You're releasing protein when you're eating too much carbs. And I always would tell people, I'm going to prove my case to you. I'm going to go, okay, who gets the most trouble with kidneys more than anything else? What class of disease? Diabetes. Diabetes. It's called sugar diabetes. It's sugar. It ain't salt and it ain't protein. Salt don't give you high blood pressure. Sugar does. Fructose is the worst. You got to understand that. You're going to go against the grain. Imagine Dr. Google. You're going to have to go against Dr. Google. I see that on Google. I go, they're stuck. It's like seeing Elvis, a guy who thinks he's Elvis in a mall or something with long sideburns and bell bottoms. They're stuck in the 70s. Didn't Elvis die in 1977? But when nutrition, so-called science, it sticks around forever. You try and change people's minds, especially the higher echelon of medicine and pharma, try and say, well, cholesterol's not the problem. That's not the problem. Cholesterol, well, it's a problem when it's not high enough. You don't want low cholesterol. And you try and get people to change their minds. It's not easy. They've been indoctrinated. They've been trained. They're like seals, trained seals. It's hard. But you guys, I always used to tell my patients in the office, trust me. Give me 30 days of your life. Trust me. Just trust me. You got high blood pressure? Trust me. You got high triglycerides? Trust me. You got low cholesterol? Trust me. You got inflammation coming out the wazoo? Trust me. I said, you've come to the office. Or I used to say it on my radio show. Trust me. Trust me. You watch. You want to see before and after blood test? Unreal. because insulin resistance is a major problem and 93% are on the broad road that have it. And they're in trouble. And nobody's telling them they're in trouble. Kids, imagine children. I never thought I would ever say this. Imagine children with metabolic syndrome. Imagine children with fatty liver. Do you know that 50% of the population have some form of fatty liver? And even in kids, I never thought I would see the day. Remember, in the 1970s, here's what the powers to be in medicine did. The powers to be. They changed the name of diabetes to, from sugar diabetes to type 2 adult onset diabetes. Okay? And, medicine, they're smart in a lot of ways because they say, well, look, it's not food. Really, it's your genetics. It's not food, it's genetics. So it's not sugar diabetes anymore. It's type 2 adult onset diabetes. As if that changes what causes it. Didn't change a thing except the thinking of the world. And they went for it. And I have spent my life pretty well trying to undo that with people. Trying to change their thinking about food. That food is medicine. And you have to think about that. And there's some things you can't control in life, but you sure can control what you put in your mouth every day. So change your drinks. It'll take you a while if you got a habit. No more juice, ever. Just don't drink it anymore. I don't drink orange juice. I haven't had orange juice in, 40 years. I don't drink orange juice. I don't drink juice. Now you can have Dr. Martin's Perfect Smoothie on the reset. Okay? And that's why even kids can do the reset. Give them a smoothie that tastes like McDonald's. Okay? I mean it. It's the cream that makes it taste so good. It's all that fat. Fat is good for you. It's all that dairy fat. Isn't that good? You bet your boots it's good. Okay. I'm sorry I got excited this morning. No, I'm not. It's the way it is. I just can't handle when people lie. I can't stand it. Okay? And I know there's some well-meaning people out there that believe the lies. Okay. I didn't get very far on insulin resistance, but we pontificated for a while this morning. Okay, what's tomorrow? Question and answer Friday. Okay? Not too late to send your questions in. Send them in. We'll answer them tomorrow. Okay, guys. Have I told you lately that I love you? No. First time this year, 2024, we love you dearly. In case you didn't know it. Don't ever want you to forget. Talk to you soon.